Okay, we'll start off in a child's pose today. So you can sit on your feet, walk your hands out, and bring that forehead to the ground. And if it doesn't come all the way down, sometimes it's not going to come all the way down. And you can rest it on your hands, maybe. You can even rest it on your forearms. But just let your head rest on something. Start to take really big breaths here. And finding big breaths in and big breaths out. We want to think of using all of your breathing muscles. Every muscle from your shoulders down to your hips, moving with your big breath. And sometimes during the day, when we're focused on tasks or producing one thing or another, managing different responsibilities, the breath can tend to get shallow and short. And that's okay. That's just a little maintenance mechanism. So when we get on the mat, we take a moment to make it deep and long. And this sends a message to your central nervous system to start relaxation mode, releasing tension, slowing the heart rate, producing happy chemicals rather than stress chemicals. Okay, from this nice grounded posture, stay low, stay grounded, and just walk your hands out to the left. Okay, as far as you like, drop your forehead, and then start to move your hips away from your hands, getting a big stretch in your right side. And a big breath here. I want to take a few breaths. Think of expanding into the right armpit. The rest of the low back. And also notice if your shoulders tend to squinch up by your ears here. Think of moving them down away from your ears. Maybe one more breath here. It feels really nice to open up that right side, especially if you're right-handed like me. And we'll walk it through center and over to the other side. So hands out to the right now. Give us a big stretch on the left side. Move the hips away from your hands. Big breath. And bring it on back to center as you're ready. And pull it up to hands and knees from here. Okay, finding a nice tabletop pose, pushing the floor away very strong. Start to strengthen the front side of your body. So you want to feel the belly muscles wrapping up towards your low back, keeping your low back very safe. We want to feel the muscles of your upper body pushing the floor away. I like to think of trying to lift my heart up between my shoulder blades, okay? So real strong in the front. And let's bring in some strength to the back body as well. So go ahead and send your right leg behind you. And get some moment to balance yourself, putting some extra weight in that right hand, perhaps spreading those right fingers extra wide, and reach forward with the left. Okay, take some time here, just feeling the front body still lifting and pushing away, but the back body lifting as well. Okay, so we'll start to move here with a big breath in. Reach as long as you can with that lifted arm and leg. Now check it out. With your exhale, bend your left elbow, point it to the left. That's one funky airplane wing. Bend your right knee, point it out to the right. Two funky airplane wings. Now do your best to keep them lifted and parallel with the ground. Let's do that again. Inhale, back to center, reach out long. Exhale, funky airplane. Okay, do it again. Inhale, center. Exhale, funky. And now do this maybe 2 or 3 times, really slow, just at your own pace. Just building strength, building warmth, a little gentle warmth. You can always do this with 2 hands down and just do the leg, okay? But anyway, next time you come into that funky airplane shape, hold it and breathe it. So remember, 2 hands down is a gentle option today. Breathing, lifting, activating the front and the back at the same time. If you want a little extra spice for your last breath here, maybe you extend the arm and leg that are lifted. And then we'll let it go. Come down. Back to hands and knees. Okay, tuck your toes here. Bring those hips up and back. Okay, you can walk through your down dog, hands all the way back to your feet. So you can fold here. Nice fold. Just take some time hanging and swinging. Bend your knees, shake your head. So if you have any tension in your hamstrings and your calves, you're going to notice it here, and that's okay. Just bend your knees. We don't have to fix it right now or change it. We can just notice. We'll address warming the backs of the legs pretty soon. So let's roll it up from here. Pushing into your heels. Inhale, come up slowly, rolling yourself up. Reach up tall, both hands, maybe lifting your heart a little higher than it was before. And with your exhale, we're going to hinge it at the hip and roll it all the way down. Bend those knees and back where we started. If you walk your hands forward from here, we can come back down to hands and knees and do the other side. Okay, so more funky airplanes. Find that strong tabletop shape, lifting your front side away from the floor, and then activate the back side of your body, left leg out behind and the right arm forward. Hold and breathe. So 2 hands down will be your gentle option today, but no matter where you are, strong in the front, strong in the back. Okay, let's start to move. Inhale, reach through the lifted arm and leg. Exhale, right elbow points to the right, left knee points to the left. Funky airplane. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, funky. So find a little rhythm. Keep going. Just move at your own pace. Activating front body, back body. Maybe 2 or 3 more times, nice and slow. Okay, building some warmth, building for sure. Next time you come into your funky airplane shape, hold it there and breathe. Okay, remember 2 hands down is a nice little option. Holding, breathing, lifting. Okay, if you want a little extra spice for your last breath here, extend the lifted arm and leg. And then come down slowly back to hands and knees. Let it go. Okay, again, tuck your toes here. Lift your hips up and back. Coming through a downward facing dog. Then you can just walk your hands all the way back to your feet. And just hang and fold here for a moment. Ooh, shake your head, sway a little bit. Might feel good to grab your elbows. Okay, we're gonna roll it up just like we did before. With your inhale, push into your heels, stack yourself up. Nice and tall. Okay, maybe lift your heart a little bit up top. And exhale, hinging at your hips, fold it all the way down. Bend those knees and hang. Inhale here, walking your hands forward to a plank. Okay, we won't drop the knees quite yet unless you want to drop them for your plank. With your exhale, just press it back to a downward facing dog. And I want to do a few plank dogs. Okay, I call them plank dogs. Inhale forward to your plank. And exhale back to your downward facing dog. So I want to take a few more like this. Find your own little pace. If you wanted to do it on your knees, I'll show you what that could look like. Inhaling forward to your plank and exhaling back to your dog, making it a little more gentle. Just want to warm up the hips and shoulders here. Maybe 3 more. Plank and dog. 2 the plank and dog. 1 more. Plank and dog. Press it back to your downward facing dog. Walk it out here. Really dynamic down dog, so feel free to really bend your knees. Okay, move your shoulders, all the good things that make your down dog more comfortable. Just kind of feeling it out. We don't have to fix all the tension that we might encounter in the hamstrings and the shoulders, but we will address it in time. So from here, we're gonna send the right leg up in the air. Okay, big breath in. Right leg comes up high, 3-leg dog. And with your exhale, practice stepping through. Practice sending that right knee forward. See if you could step the foot through between your hands. And it may not come all the way up the first step. You might have to take a couple more, but that's fine. Go ahead and drop the back knee. And you could come up on your fingertips here. And just take a moment kind of sinking your low lunge a little more comfortably toward the floor. Okay, if you have blocks that you want here, you can put blocks under your hands, but just take some time, maybe situating the back knee a little better, who knows. But once you're comfortable, use that right knee to press up. Okay, come on up in your low lunge. So I like to put hands on hips if I'm feeling tired in my upper body, hands up in the air if you're feeling energetic. So just decide what works best today. But we're going to press the floor away with the right leg. So use the front leg to push the floor away until your hips are just about over your left knee, okay? And then you could do the opposite of that. Pull on that right heel, like you're trying to pull the right heel toward the back of the mat. The hips are going to move forward. Let's do it again. Inhale, press into the right leg, push the floor away. Exhale, pull back on that right heel. Okay, let's do that one more time. Inhale, push. And exhale, pull. Now hold it here. I want to add a twist, okay? So if you look to the right, open that shoulder, open both shoulders and arms out to the right like you want to give someone a big hug. We're going to hold it right here and just breathe in this nice twist. Okay, and I'll spin around to face you. So gentle options for this twist include using the right knee as a little helper for yourself. That's a nice one. Okay, you can also just drop that left hand to the floor. Okay, but hold it here, breathe. If you like, you can tuck the back toes and lift the back knee for a little extra space. Okay, but wherever you are, we're gonna start to send those right fingers toward the back leg. So the left leg, they might grab the thigh, they might not, okay? But just reach toward that back leg. We're gonna get the left hand starting to reach up. Holding and breathing, big, big breath into your chest. Maybe allowing those hips to sink a little lower. So we'll take a few more breaths here. Wherever you are is perfect. If it feels good, you can always back out, come back in. Okay, maybe one more big breath in here, expanding your chest and your left side open to the front of your space. We're gonna let it go. Okay, come out the way you came in. You can just drop your hands down in front around your right foot. Let's tuck the back toes and come out the way you came in, sending that right leg up in the sky for a 3-leg dog. Whew, stretch it up. And then the right foot down, back to downward facing dog. So we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Here we go. Inhaling here, send that left leg up in the sky, 3-leg dog. Exhaling here, practice stepping through. Hook that left knee underneath you. Lift your heart up between your shoulder blades and see if you could step it through. Again, it's okay if it doesn't happen on the first step. Take your time. Drop the back knee and maybe come up on your fingertips while you make your low lunge feel just right. Okay? Any little thing you can do, because you know we'll be here for a few minutes. So as you're ready, come on up into it. Okay, do what you like with your upper body. Okay, strong in the legs. And here we go. We're going to extend the front leg until the hips are over your knees, over your right knee. And then pull back on that left heel, like you're trying to pull the left heel toward the back of the mat, sending your hips forward. And we'll do that 2 more times. Okay, inhale to extend the front leg. Exhale, pull back. 1 more, inhale. And exhale. Okay, hold and breathe here. So anything you can do to make this more comfortable, please do. But start to twist, looking over to the left, arms wide as if to give a hug. And hold and breathe here. I will again spin around to face you. Okay. Okay, so do anything you need to do to make this more comfortable. Hands can come down to the floor or the leg in front. Okay. To make it more spicy, you can lift the back knee. Okay. So options there are many, but start to reach this left hand, the back hand, further back. See if you could send it down toward the leg back there. It's okay if it reaches or not. And then the front hand is going to go up, creating a big space across the front body. Nice breath. Remember to keep the legs active here, pushing down, and also pulling the knees inward toward each other. Maybe one more big breath in here, stretching open the front right side of your body. And then come on down, dropping your hands down under your shoulders. We're gonna come out the way we came in. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, sending this left leg up to a 3-leg dog, up in the sky. And then exhale here, downward facing dog. Walk the heels out. Okay, we'll take a little vinyasa in between. Here we go. Inhaling, move your heart forward to a plank. With your exhale, maybe take a little tiny hop halfway to your hands, and then step the rest of the way and fold. Okay, bend your knees here, drop your hips, sweep your hands up into a chair squat, lifting your heart as you drop your tailbone. Okay, exhale into a twist, looking over one shoulder. Reaching one hand behind, the other hand forward. Okay, we'll do the other side. Inhale back to center, drop a little lower. Exhale, twist to the other side, reach one hand back. Inhale back to center, drop a little lower. And exhale, hands down and fold. You can lift your hips, let that go. On your inhale, maybe with bent knees, just come halfway up. Look forward past the front of your space, unfurling your spine. And with your exhale, hinging at your hips, give your legs a really big hug. Palms are down on the floor here. With your inhale, maybe give a little halfway hop and then step the rest of the way back to your plank. Okay, all the way to the floor here as you exhale. See if you could tuck the elbows in, make it really slow. Nice cobra on your inhale. Think of pulling back on your hands. Send your heart up and forward like you wanted to send it to the sky. And exhale here, backing up to downward facing dog. I'll meet you up there. Come on up. Okay, let's take some breath here, just walking out the heels. Noticing how your down dog feels after a little warming up, pushing the floor away. Think of drawing the elbows in slightly. I like to also think of spinning the heels out so that I can't see them anymore, so they're hidden behind the front part of your foot. Okay, down dog's a great diagnostic tool just for noticing what's going on in your body. All right, let's keep playing around. With your inhales here, go ahead and send your right leg up in the sky, three-leg dog. Try to keep your hips level if you could. And then exhale here. Again, practice stepping through. Lift your heart as you hook that knee forward. See if you could step the foot between your hands. Okay. All right, from here, we're gonna stay in a little high lunge. Remember, you can drop the back knee and make it a low lunge at any time. But come on up to your lunge. Okay, hands down together in front here. We'll deepen that twist that we practiced in the low lunge. We'll take the left elbow here to the outer right knee, hook it on there, and start to gaze over to the right. So let's hold and breathe here. And again, of course, I will spin around to face you. All right, back knee can be up or down, same. But no matter where you are, I want you to activate that front leg. Remember that pulling back feeling we practiced before? Practice that here. The right heel is pulling back. And once you get the elbow hooked on the knee, start to push them into each other, like you wanted to compress them together into one. And do your best to get your hands close to your heart. And breathe. Okay. Gentle option, drop the back knee. Okay. Maybe even put a hand on the floor. Spicy option, back knee is lifted. Maybe your arms are open wide to deepen the twist. All right, maybe one more big breath here in this powerful twist. Detoxifying, recalibrating. Come out the way you came in, okay? Dropping those hands around the front foot. Bringing that back knee up if it was down. And let's come up through a three-leg dog. Sending that right leg up in the sky. Big breath in. Then exhale here, the right foot down, downward facing dog. Walk it out for a moment or two, and we'll do the other side, everything the same. Notice how your down dog feels every time you come back into it. Okay, left side. Inhaling here, left leg up in the sky. Exhale here, hook it under, left knee forward. Practice stepping through. Lift as high as you can. Okay, take your time. Okay, the back knee can go down or remain up here, your choice. Come on up to your lunge. So we're gonna twist it, hands together in front. The right elbow hooks on the outer left knee, and we look over to the left. All right, hold here. Here I come, I'm spinning around. Okay, so one thing that's nice to remember here is I try to line my hands up with my spine. Hands to heart, you can think of it. And then squish that knee and elbow together. Really squish them. Longest neck you can make here. The longer, the better. So gentle option, you can drop the back knee and the bottom hand to the floor. Spicy option, you have the back knee lifted and you're opening your arms wide maybe. But wherever you are, breathe. Enjoy this lovely twist. Maybe one more nice big breath here. And then we'll come out the same way we came in. Drop your hands around your foot, your front foot, under your shoulders. Back knee is up. And inhaling to a 3-leg dog. Send that left leg up in the sky. Exhale here, downward facing dog. Shake it off. Okay, we'll take a little vinyasa. Here we go. Inhaling, move your heart forward to a plank. Okay. Try a little hop. Exhale, hop maybe halfway there. And then step the rest of the way to your fold. Okay, as you inhale, bend your knees, drop your tailbone, and lift your heart up into a chair squat. We're gonna twist the same way we did before, okay? Twist, opening to one side. Okay, inhale back to center. Exhale as you twist, open to the other side. Look behind. Exhale back to center. Okay, fold it here, lift your hips. Halfway up on your inhale. And a big fold on your exhale. Palms are down here. Inhale, maybe hop halfway back to your plank and step the rest of the way. And exhale all the way down. Cobra on your inhale. Pull your hands back. Lift your heart up and forward. And downward facing dog on your exhale. All right, come on up and back. Downward facing dog. Take maybe 5 or 6 breaths here. Maybe even closing your eyes, just kind of feeling your hands and feet pushing the floor. Pulling the elbows and knees inward slightly. Okay, hopefully noticing a little extra space across the backs of your legs, a little extra spaciousness across your upper back and shoulders. Maybe your neck a little longer. Let's keep flowing. Inhaling here, get the right leg up in the sky. Exhaling here, get that right knee forward. Do your best. Hook it underneath your heart and step that foot between your hands. Okay. Inhaling here, come up to your crescent lunge. You could have the back knee down as well. Okay, now we're gonna flip this upside down, okay? So with your exhale, drop your fingers around that front foot. That's the right foot. With your inhale, see if you could tip your upper body forward and lift your back leg into the air. That's the left leg. It's okay if it didn't work the first time. We'll try it again. Back to the lunge. Gracefully drop the left toe to the floor. And inhale to your crescent lunge or your low lunge if the back knee is down. Think of lifting your heart up here. We'll do it 2 more times. Exhale, fingers down. Inhale, launch the back leg up. Think of tipping your head forward to oppose the weight of the back leg. 1 more time. Inhale to the lunge. Exhale, tip it forward. Fingers down, lift the back leg. Now hold and breathe here. So options are many. You can bend the front knee a lot, the right knee. You can bend it so much if you want to. But do lengthen and strengthen the left leg. That's the up leg. And see if you could keep the hips level with each other. Hold and breathe, just warming this right leg a whole lot. Okay, maybe for your last breath here, you could lift the left heel 2 inches. Okay, come down gracefully and skillfully, dropping those left toes back to the floor behind you. We're gonna drop the back knee into a low lunge. Okay, if you lean over on your right hand and pick up your left hand, you can shimmy this right foot over to the left and we'll transition to a pigeon pose now that that right leg is nice and warm. So the right foot shimmies to the left. We're gonna drop that right knee to the floor. And then take a moment here, up on your fingertips. Just make sure your hips are level with the ground. Okay, sometimes that left hip is gonna wanna be higher than the right. So in your pigeon posture, you can do what you like with the front knee. You can make it a small bend in the knee or a big, but level those hips, okay? And then we want both legs active. So actively pushing the floor away with both legs, okay? From there, once you feel a little bit of activity, I want you to play around with lifting one hand at a time. Just take maybe a breath with one hand up. And then switch sides. Maybe a breath with the other hand up. And then as you're ready, both hands down. You can walk your hands out away from you. Come all the way down. Sometimes it's nice to do your elbows and just let your head hang. Keeping the hips level, keeping the legs active. And then as you're ready, walk the elbows a little further out. You can get the forehead down if it makes sense. Keep the legs sort of pulling in toward each other as well too. I find that really helpful. Getting some nice release across the outer right hip. And then as you're ready, take your time coming on up and out. You can ground your hands under your shoulders, tuck those back toes, and see if you could come up through a 3-leg dog. So sending that right leg up high in the sky. Big breath in. And the right foot down, back to downward facing dog. So let's do the other side. Inhaling here, left leg in the sky. Exhale, hook that left knee forward. Do your best to send it through, step it between your hands, okay? Dropping that back knee, okay? Or not, you decide. So from here, we're gonna come up to a lunge, heart up, lifting that heart high. We're gonna flip it over a few times. So here we go, big breath in when you're up in your lunge. With your exhale, drop your fingers under your shoulders around that front leg. Tip your body weight forward. See if you could launch that back leg up into the air. And give it a nice big breath in. And we'll do it again. Exhale, foot down. Inhale up to your lunge. Send your heart high. And exhale, hands down. Inhale, leg up. Do your best. Launch it. One more just like that. Exhale, foot down. Inhale to your lunge. Last time, exhale, fingers down. And inhale, launch the back leg. Hold and breathe here. Okay, so options, bending the front knee really can take the effort to a minimum here if you need. You can even drop the back towel if you want to. You're still essentially in the same place. But do your best to lengthen and strengthen the back leg no matter where it is. And if you have it up in the air, maybe you challenge yourself to lift it another inch or two every minute or so. Breathing here, letting the left leg support you. Let the head hang. Okay, maybe one more breath here where you lift the back foot a little bit higher than it was before. And come down slowly on your exhale, dropping that back toe. And we'll transition to a pigeon. So you can drop the back knee, lean over onto your left hand, and pick up the right so it's just out of the way. And we'll shimmy the left foot to the right, drop that left knee. And you could put the right hand down again. We're down in a pigeon pose, so take your time. Okay, sometimes it takes like full 30 seconds to actually just get yourself in there and get it right. So take your time. So remember, you can do whatever you like with the left knee angle. You can make it little or big. And just keep those hips level with the mat if you could. Okay, that right hip's gonna try to come up. So use your hands or at least your fingertips down in front of you somewhere. And start to activate your legs against the ground. Pushing down. Hopefully feeling nice release across the left outer hip. Okay, and then maybe challenging yourself here, lift one arm up. Just a little challenge for your back and your core. Or maybe take a breath with one arm up and then switch sides. Take a breath with the other arm up. And then two hands down, you can walk your hands out. Coming down, okay? Elbows down with the head hanging is a nice option to kind of enter. Okay, keep the legs active. Sometimes the legs kind of want to clock off here, so you're gonna have to keep them active. Maybe start to walk the hands out if it feels right and drop the forehead. And we're just gonna take some time to breathe here, just reaping the rewards of all the flowing and moving we did. The left leg is nice and warm. So this is a fantastic time to open up in the hip. And remember to stay active in your stretch. You can also think of pulling the knees together slightly. All right, maybe taking your last breath here. And start to walk your hands up and in. Find them under your shoulders. Tucking the back toes, lift the back knee. Let's come up through a three-leg dog. So inhaling here, left leg in the sky. And exhale here, left foot down. Back to downward facing dog. All right. Feels nice. Nice hip stretch, nice low back opening. So let's take another little vinyasa and then we'll get real stretchy and cool down. So inhaling here, find that heart moving forward to plank. Let's try a little hop, halfway maybe, hop, and then step to your hands to fold. As you inhale, bend your knees, point your tailbone down, and lift your heart up to a chair squat. Exhale to your twist, open to one side. Inhale back to center. Drop a little lower. Exhale, open to the other side, twist. Inhale back to center, drop a little lower. And exhale, fold. Halfway up for your inhale, unfurl your spine. And a big fold on your exhale. Palms are down. Inhale back to your plank. You can do a little hop and then step. Exhaling all the way down to the floor. Inhale, pull your heart up and open. Lift your heart. Cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. So come on up. This will be our last down dog of this practice. Just want to feel the difference here. Pushing the floor away, pulling the elbows and knees slightly inward. See if you notice more freedom in the backs of your legs, the backs of your shoulders, the neck. And then as you're ready, just come on down to your knees. Okay, you can sit your hips over to one side here and swing your legs out front. Nice work. Okay, let's get a little more stretchy here. So we'll have the right leg be out long. And we'll pull the left foot in, tuck it in very close to your hips, and then point that left knee out away from the right knee. Okay, coming into what I call a half straddle, like you're doing a straddle, but one leg is bent. Okay, and so make this feel just right. Feel free to bend the right knee a little bit if you need to. Sometimes lifting that right knee makes this a lot more comfortable. So feel free to make it comfortable in any way, but make your legs active. So we're gently pushing the floor down, of course, and gently pulling the knees inward. Okay, and we're gonna start to get the left hand up, lengthening through that left side. So push down through that left hip, push, push, push through the left hip, starting to reach over to the right. And you can use the right elbow on the right thigh as a little support. We'll just take some time here, opening up that left side. So remember that when you're reaching over your own head, your shoulders will have a tendency to lift up by your ears. So do the opposite, drop the shoulders away from your ears to make your neck extra long. Because what we're really looking for here is length in the spine, okay? Not how long your arms can be. So keep breathing here, reaching with that long neck, grounding the left hip. If all is well, you can drop that right elbow to the floor, maybe even a cactus shape with the top arm, bending that left elbow into a right angle, and we can peel the top arm open at the armpit. Big stretch. Remember to ground that left hip. That's crucial here. Nice breath. Maybe one more breath here. And as you're ready, you can use your right hand on the floor to press yourself back up. Come on up. Okay, we're gonna grab that left knee and give it a hug. Pull it in close to your heart. You can point it up, stamp the left foot on the floor, and squeeze it. Do your best to sit up nice and tall here. Nice little stretch for your left outer hip. Okay, and then if the twist feels nice, you want a little twistiness extra here, you can pull that left knee close with just your right arm and start to look over your left shoulder with the left fingers behind you. Okay, even deeper into the twist, you can take that right elbow outside the left knee and gently use it to deepen. Remember, if we're deep into a twist, we want to breathe deeply. Big inhales through the nose. Big exhales through the nose. As you're ready, let that twist go, okay? And we'll turn this into a fold. So knock that left knee to the floor, okay? So this time we're not in that half straddle shape anymore. We're facing out toward the right foot, okay? And of course, as always, you can bend the left knee to make this more gentle. Sorry, the right knee. You can bend the right knee to make it more gentle on the right hamstring. But start to walk your fingers out toward that right foot. You want to think of moving your heart towards your foot, towards your right foot. And this is going to help keep your spine long. So even though your spine is obviously going to round here, do your best to lengthen it as you round it. And breathe. You can drop your head, but if you do, please keep your neck long. Feeling some nice opening across the back of the right leg. If it feels nice and you want to move more deeply into the right hamstring, you can gently kick the floor down with your right leg here. Taking your last breath here. And as you're ready, walk yourself up and out. Come on up. And we'll just switch sides. So now your left leg will be the long leg, and you can go ahead and extend it out to the side. The right leg will be bent, okay? And we're in this half straddle shape where the knees are pointing away from each other and you're looking out between them. And this will get us into the right side so we can lengthen that spine and that side body. So getting the right hand up first, I want you to lengthen the right side without shortening your neck. So you're gonna have to keep the right shoulder kind of low and drop into that right hip as you start to reach to the left. The left elbow on your left thigh is a little prop for you. Take some time here. Okay, after you've settled into it a bit, you might decide to move more deeply into the side bend by dropping the left elbow. Okay, but you've got to keep that right hip grounded. That's crucial. So keep that, and maybe we add a little cactus bend in the right elbow, looking up at the sky, pressing that right hip down. Big stretch into the armpit and the chest. Nice breath here. We'll take a few more. Maybe one more breath. Okay, when you're ready to push yourself out, you can use the left hand, press yourself back up. And we'll turn this into a twist. So grab that right knee, pick it up, stamp the foot down and hug it. Hug that leg. Squeeze it close to you. Feels nice in that right outer hip. Do your best to sit up tall. And then as you're ready to move further into this twist, you can start to look over the right shoulder, maybe grounding your right fingers behind you. Remember, deeper twist, deeper breath. And then perhaps we have the left elbow hooking outside the right knee to really deepen it. All right, take your time untwisting and then press the right knee to the floor. Now facing out toward the left foot. We'll start to fold over that left leg. So make it easy on yourself if you need to. You can lift the left knee. It makes it much easier to just drape over the leg. So start to walk your fingers out toward that left foot. Okay, your heart wants to be with your left foot. And the left foot also wants to be with your heart. So move the toes a little back towards you and breathe. Lengthen the spine as you round it. And feel free to drop your head, but keep that long neck. Okay, if everything's going well, you can deepen the fold by kicking the left foot down against the floor. And as you're ready, take yourself up and out of this fold, walking it out. Okay, if you lean back on your hands here, you can stamp both feet on the ground, knees point up, and take a few windshield wipers just to feel out how your hips are feeling, your low back. Okay, next time your knees point up, let's pause there. Let's put the feet down, okay? And then reach past your knees. See if you could reach past your knees and start to curl your spine, pointing your tailbone forward at your feet, starting to roll down in slow motion. Now try to make it last. Try to make it last like 3 or 4 breaths, really controlled. For some reason, I find the bent knees harder to control than the straight knees. So if it's hard, you can always extend your knees a little bit more. Feel your spine articulating slowly all the way down. Once you land, bring those knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a hug. Squeezing the knees inward. Great practice. Great work today. Okay, maybe one more thing before we rest. Try separating your knees here. You can let go of them and reach between them and rest your hand from the inside of each knee on the top of the shin. Okay, and then from there you can start to pull your knees down toward the ground. I like to do this with a little rocking movement as well. And if that feels nice, you can walk your hands up to the ankles, maybe up to the outside edge of your foot, where you're kind of grabbing the bottom of your foot. So anywhere along that spectrum is great. Start to draw the knees downward and lift your heart at the same time. Really neutralizing. Hopefully you feel your low back kind of smooshing toward the floor. Maybe one more breath here in your happy baby pose, maybe kind of rocking it side to side a little bit. All right, as you're ready, we're gonna let this go. So you can release your feet, straighten your legs out on the floor, let your arms rest beside you. And just rest now. Nothing to do but rest. So this is the fun part of the practice, where we get to let the breath just relax and slow down and just become natural again. And let the body soften and just become effortless, like a baby's body would be. No tension. this is a nice time to just practice being present in the moment as it unfolds. Notice all the information your senses are feeding your nervous system right now. And please keep resting just like this for as long as you can. The longer the better. But this is where I'll leave you today. Thanks so much.